Hello, my name is Kelly Bluen. I am a certified Zentangle teacher. Welcome to day 28 of A Fragment of Your Imagination. We are almost at the end of this challenge, and I am so sad. It has been so much fun. But if you would like to join me in February, I am doing a series called Share the Love, where we are going to do 14 days of heart tangles. So you can follow me on Facebook at Let's Tangle for more information on that. Okay, so this fragment is a seed fragment. So this is our last seed one. Then we've got a square, circle, and a triangle one left. And then if you have my handouts, these are just extra ones for you to play around with. Make up your own. Try the seed one that we're doing today in a circle or a square. Make up your own fragments, whatever you want. And then at the end of all of this, we're going to cut these out and make a cute little booklet. Okay, so today, the 28th, let's see. It says, this seed fragment is inspired by the Zentangle incorporated pattern Mysealiam. And look at that, isn't that beautiful? So Mysealiam is one of their newer tangles, just from the last couple of years. And I just want to show you kind of what, I haven't made it in a while, so I have to remember, but just kind of an idea of what it looks like. So it's this curvy line this way, and then a line this way. And then the next one, you skip a little bit of a space and then go out. So a little space there. And then you take this line and you widen the bottom of it. And you widen the bottom of this one. Leave that little bit of space. And then from this point you come down and do another one and widen that bottom. And go almost to the line, but not quite. And widen that. And you just keep going, and it looks so beautiful, and it like flows and turns as you go. So it's a beautiful, beautiful tangle to play with. But we are going to do ours in a seed pod like this. Okay, so let's zoom in over here to January 28. There we go. All right, I made a lot of seed pods for this one, but that's okay. We're going to do this. All right, so on this first one up here, I'm going to put in just sort of a curvy line across the center. Then I'm going to start right at that point and come down and touch the line. And I'm going to come up from the center this way, but I'm not going to touch the line. Now, if it's easier for you, you can make a pen line in here, another little aura, and stop there. But I kind of like how this makes me concentrate. So I'm just going to leave that space as is and not draw it in. Okay, then I'm just going to thicken this bottom part a little bit and thicken this bottom part. And you can make that go up a little ways. I'm going to do a line beside this one. Thicken that. So if you have a very wiggly hand, or this intricate work is just a little too much for you, then let me see, maybe instead in the pod, you could just go from here and just make, you know, these little lines like that and then thicken. Do you see what I'm saying? It has that same idea, but this is really intricate. I probably would have just done one seed pod if I realized what we were putting in here. It's good for us to focus and do this little detail work. Isn't that pretty? I do think it's easier if you just aura the line and go right to it. All right, I'm going to turn my tile and I'm going to do this one right here. So same thing, I'm just going to put in a curvy line, but I will aura it this time. I just think when it's this tiny, it's going to be helpful. And if you want, you can put all of your lines in first. And then do that thickening. Mine is pretty wiggly and uneven as well, but it's okay. Look how beautiful that looks. So sometimes it's easier, so I just did that first line, and then I can just kind of trace that line and then go out, trace it and go out. And then it makes that little thickened area to color in. Now for some reason I have less lines on this one, but again, that's okay. It's still just amazing to me the fun little intricate patterns we can fit in these teeny tiny spaces. All right, I'm going to do one that way. And I'm going to do the aura underneath because that definitely was easier, although I do like the concept, but it's just too difficult on these little things. My daughter has friends over, and I keep hearing them squeal from downstairs. So if you hear a random loud noise, that's what's happening. It looks pretty even just with one in there. I also like varying the thickness of these and how far up they go. Let's look at theirs once more. So those are pretty thick. I also like how they curved theirs this way and then kind of the opposite way for the other one. I'm going to thicken mine, I think, a little bit more going back up. Ooh, I really like that. I like that more than I thought I would. On these teeny tiny ones, I'm going to do what I suggested on the scrap paper, which is just to make some of these lines starting at that point, but then coming down like a leaf and then thickening. And I like the unevenness of those. All right, I'm going to do this one over here. I'm touching my pen so lightly to the paper. Doesn't need a lot. I'm tracing around these seed pods because they're really light. I want to darken those a little bit. All right, I'm going to do my last one. It's kind of fun doing it this other way. All right, I love it. So I'm of course going to aura my whole thing because it's what I like to do. And I'm just going kind of heavy on the pen, but you could do it nice and light and let it kind of jump and leave some little spaces, but I didn't do that. I think it's lovely. I really like that a lot. Wouldn't it be fun to play around with putting in some more and having them not touch? I kind of want to keep playing, you guys. I don't know. I just think it'd be fun to have some. I'm just going to do, oh, I don't know. It might ruin what I've already got going on here. But it'd be fun to come off the side and come down and just hover a little bit and make some thickening. Okay, I'm going to do it because I talked about it. Look at that. I'm going to hover a little bit there and go up. I just want you guys to know that you can play around. You don't always have to do exactly what the step out says or exactly what I say. So look at how fun this is. Just playing around and putting it outside of the fragment. I'm going to do a couple over here as well. And of course you don't have to if you're not keen on how this looks, but I don't know, I think it's kind of cool. Do one more. All right. Mysealiam by Zentangle. I love it. All right, so how do we shade this one? I don't even know. There's so much more ink than some of the other ones. So I think I'm going to just go wherever there is like a point. So right here in the middle, I'm gonna put graphite on all of those and push them up and out. And then at the point of each of these, I'm going to add some. The large ones and the small ones. Beautiful. And then I'll just put a little bit on the points of these as well. A little bit of shading. All right, I love it. 3 more days, you guys. I'm so excited, but I'm also sad it's going to be over. I hope you've been having fun. Follow me on Facebook at Let's Tangle to share your work, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks. Bye-bye.